All right, Fridays are great. 3-day weekends, even better. I know a lot of you are excited for a long weekend with Monday off for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Post offices, banks are not the only ones, though, that will be closed. As we say good morning to Hannah Davis, who is live in Dallas. That mega vaccine site will be closed there as well. Folks have some strong opinions about that.
Yeah, good morning, Mark. There's a lot of frustration about that here in Dallas County, but there's also frustration across North Texas about this vaccine rollout. We'll talk about the MLK closing in just a second, but first let's talk about issues we're seeing in Collin County, where officials there say it is moving way too slow in regards to getting those vaccines out. Let's take a look. In fact, Collin County Judge Chris Hill shared his frustrations online this week in a very strongly worded letter, saying Collin County has the worst ratio of doses to population in the entire state and that the state authorities have simply dropped the ball. He added that Collin County is ready to be the next mass vaccination site, but the state has not come through. Right now, there are some 86,000 people on the waiting list in Collin County, but they've only received, get this, 2,000 vaccine dosages, with another 2,000 scheduled to come next week. People are asking what's the point of having a waiting list if there's no doses to wait for. We talked to one Plano resident who is number 16,793 on the waiting list. She says she is simply frustrated with officials at every level of government.
I don't want to die of COVID. And if you're not serving, you're not doing your job.
While Dallas County has more doses, there are frustrations here too. Yesterday, Dallas County Judge Clay Jenkins tweeted that the Fair Park mass vaccine site would be closed Monday in observance of MLK, and many were upset, saying it should stay open, especially as numbers continue to go up. Megan tweeted back saying, "Thank you for all you're doing, but doesn't it seem to shut down because of but it does not seem right, rather, to shut down because of a holiday. Please reconsider opening on Monday if you have vaccines available. Even if staffing wasn't at 100%, I'm sure some personnel will be willing to work that day." Remember, we are still in the phase where the vaccines are only going to healthcare workers, those at high risk, and seniors, and we have to get through all of those people before the general public can get that vaccine. Back to you, Kara.
You know, we've said it from the beginning, and it's been felt across the country since the outbreak began, the pandemic impacting the wallets of millions. And now President-elect Joe Biden is calling for Americans to get more money. He unveiled his $1 trillion relief plan, and that includes a boost in minimum wage plus another stimulus. Ariel Placencia joining us from home this morning. So, Ariel, what are some of the other key points in his plan?
Well, Kara, in addition to what you just mentioned, it also includes some serious money for small businesses as well as schools. And we are going to talk about a lot of numbers this morning, so we'll walk through them slowly. But big picture look to start. President-elect Joe Biden is proposing a $1.9 trillion plan. More than $1 trillion of that money is for direct stimulus, officials said. The plan includes stimulus checks of $1,400 per person. So in addition to the $600 checks Congress approved in December, that brings the total to about $2,000, which is an amount Democrats had previously called for. Now, his plan also includes a temporary boost in unemployment benefits and a moratorium on evictions and foreclosures that would be extended through September. The federal minimum wage would be raised to $15 per hour from the current rate, which is $7.25 per hour. $15 billion in grants to more than 1 million small businesses that have been hit hard by the pandemic. That's included in his proposal as well. And Biden's plan would also allocate over $100 billion to schools. The money is meant to help reach Biden's goal of having a majority of the nation's K-8 schools open within his first 100 days in the White House.
We didn't get into all this overnight. We won't get out of it overnight. And we can't do it as a separated and divided nation. The only way we can do it is to come together.
Now, Biden's plan also plans to devote $20 billion in a national vaccination program that would include community vaccination centers set up throughout the country.